Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their daily chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options trading, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel and support and resistance. Now, just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. Now, I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and you'll get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account. You'll get 1 free stock. And just to let you guys know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so let's get into the market today. Today is September 30th, 2021. You could see here that the S&P 500 is down almost 0.5% today. The Dow is down almost 1% today, and the NASDAQ is actually in the green today, which is a surprise, seeing that the S&P and the Dow are down so much today. So you could see that, pretty much it's just been a sell-off all day. We hit the bottom around noon, and, we've recovered a little bit, but not that much. So not a good Thursday in the market. Hopefully things turn around to end the week tomorrow, and we'll have a better week next week. So let's get into the stock I want to take a look at today. Today I'm going to be covering Palantir. I've done a few videos on this one in the past. I will provide a link in the upper right hand corner to the most recent one. You could go back and check that out if you want to see how I got to where my chart is today. You should be seeing that link right about now. But however, Palantir today is trading at the time of this recording at $24.40. It is down 12 cents today, which is the equivalent of about 0.5%. On the week, this stock is down 13.57%, so not a good week for Palantir. All right, in the past month, it is down 6.65%. In the past 3 months, it's down 7.82%. Okay, but in the past year, this stock is still up 144.15%. So you could see by looking at our chart, if you got in right after this stock IPO'd, you're still good. Okay, you could see that it came out right around the $8.90 area, so around $9. And right after this stock came out, it shot right up immediately. Okay, there was no going down for this stock. There was a lot of demand for this stock as soon as it came out. So it shot right up and it never looked back after that. Okay, going from $9 all the way up to $45 here. Okay, it hit a high of $45 on January 27th of earlier this year. And we hit that and we had a pretty big sell-off after that. Okay, but you could see the big run-up, a little bit of consolidation here. And then we had another big run-up, hitting that all-time high, and then a pretty big drop here. Okay, but we've been consolidating after that big drop for a while now, and it looks like we're building a base here, a pretty nice base along this $20 area. And that $20 support has been holding up for a while. We've been in between this $20 and let's call it $27 area ever since, around February here, since that big drop happened after hitting that all-time high. And you could see right before the big run-up, before hitting that all-time high, we were consolidating a little bit here in this area, which was around that $27 to $25 area also. So we did have a little bit of consolidation there also. So it looks like we're building a base to possibly move higher also. So we'll see what happens with that. But you could also see on my chart this green trend line. And we've been trading along this trend line ever since the stock IPO'd here, which was back in October of last year. So right around, it actually came out, it IPO'd a year ago, which was on September 30th of last year. So 1 year ago today, this stock IPO'd, and it's been on this trend ever since. So you could see that, it's been trading along this green trend line, and today we touched off this trend line again today. You could see this candle right here, went below it. We did open below it, but we quickly went above it, and, we had a very big green day that day. But ever since then, we've been coming off of this trend line, touching off of it and bouncing off of it ever since then. And today was no different. Looked like we went down, we didn't quite touch it, but we had a nice bounce, getting close to it, and we bounced right off of it. So it looks like we're going to bounce off of our trend line and continue to move upward along it and continue the consolidation period for looking for our next catalyst for the push upward here. So let's take a look at our chart here. You could see we do have resistance at this $39 area. That is the area we need to get back to, and we need to close and hold above there if we want to see this thing make new highs. You can see we've never been able to close above that $39 area. We've gotten above there intraday a few times, but we've never closed above there, okay? You could see when we did make those all-time highs, we quickly sold off, and that was the day that we did close that day. It looked like at $39. So we do need to close above there and hold above there if we want to make new highs. So that'll be the upper resistance point on our chart. Going down our chart, you could see this gap here on my chart right here in red. Now let me zoom in for you. And the gap is at $30.44 to $31.34. Now that gap is going to need to be filled. And as you know, probably most gaps on daily charts do get eventually filled in. So this should be no different. It looked like this recent run up here that we just had, we broke our resistance point at $27 here, and it looked like we were headed up to fill that gap in. We reached a high of $29.29, and then all of a sudden it sold off, okay? But, it looked like we were headed up to fill that gap in, but it didn't, it couldn't quite reach that point, and now we sold off, and we're back at our trend line here. Around $24. So hopefully the next catalyst will send us shooting right up to that gap, because that is going to be our next resistance point on our chart, because it looks like we cracked through this resistance point, which was holding us back. As you could see, this was acting as major resistance at that $27 mark as we traded up to here once before back in March. We traded up to here back in June, and we got rejected, and we finally broke through just recently this past couple weeks, and we looked like we broke through, but we did have a false breakout and fell back down below there. So now, hopefully we will bounce off of our trend line here and continue to trade up, waiting for our next catalyst to send us up and fill that gap in. And just zooming in on our moving averages, it looks like we are below our 8-day moving average, our 21-day moving average here in the light blue, our 200-day moving average, we are below that these past 2 days, and our 50-day moving average also these past 2 days, we have fallen below there too. Okay, so we need to keep an eye on those moving averages. We have fallen below those after this recent rally that has stalled out for us here in these past couple days. So let's take a look at our weekly chart, see what we're looking like on here. And it looks like on our weekly chart, you could see that our 50-period moving average has come on our weekly chart, and it looks like it's holding us up here as support. And it looks like our trend line is following our 50-period moving average here in the blue on our weekly chart. Also, we have our 21-period moving average that is curling under, and it looks like that might be acting as support also on our weekly chart too. So keep an eye on this one here, this 21 period moving average. As you can see, that's starting to curl around and get under this weekly candle here. Hopefully that will keep us up as we move forward here and eventually come up and fill this gap in the future there. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward. Also, you know, once this 50 period moving average gets going, you know, that should keep us going as support too. Like I said, you know, this stock just IPO'd a year ago, so we don't have much to go off of with this, you know, 50 period moving average for our weekly chart. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll go back to our daily chart for one last look. And, you know, that's about it. Just wanted to quickly update this one. As you could see, you know, with the big run up just recently, and, you know, the big fall just these past couple days, I wanted to see what was going on with the chart. Looks like we're going to have a nice bounce off of our trend line. If not, if this trend line fails here, which I don't think it will, because it's been a very strong trend line in the past, you know, going back a year, it's still been very strong here. You could see all the bounces off of it, and it's still holding. We would probably fall back down to around this $20 area here. You see the support around $20.85 to around $21. So keep an eye on this trend line. If we lose that, that might not be good for the support, because that is holding us up right now. So if we lose this trend line, that might mean we might fall back down to around this $21 region. So we'll watch that. We also, zooming in here, I forgot to mention that, we do have another gap here around this 23.19 to 23.59 area. So keep an eye on that also. You know, that's just a small gap. That might actually act as support though. So we'll keep an eye on those, you know, moving forward. Just keep an eye on this trend line here. Make sure it holds up. And that's about it here. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out when you guys hit the like button, helps the channel out. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.